And we're live. Dawn here with Romance Happy Hour, and I'm with Dylann. Dylann, how are you?
I'm swell, Dawn.
How was your holiday? How about that?
It was good. It was quiet. It was, the five of us, we've all been together in this house, all of us since March. So my husband has been working from home. My kids are all doing school from home. So it was kind of like every other day that we've had. But it was fun. It was nice. We did we just had snacks like Christmas Eve. We just had appetizers. It was very low key. We lost a wise man in one of our nativity sets to Jinx the dog. If anyone has an extra Little People nativity set and you have the blue wise man that, is like a random toy that's just laying around your house, let me know.
And I see that you lost a Christmas tree to a beaver in Newfoundland as well.
I don't know. I saw you posted that and tagged me, and I just saw that
so long ago.
I know. You posted it in December, and I don't know how I missed that. You know what, though? Facebook don't show you your notifications in order. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that too, Cena and Daniela? It's like you get all your notifications, but the one that was most recent might be like 10 down. So
yeah, it's confusing.
I think you got buried, Dawn.
Sorry, but you found it. I know.
Your beaver post got buried. I didn't find it. So
yeah, it was cute. I saw that and I immediately thought of you and your nuisance beavers.
I know. We can't let it go by without mention of my nuisance beavers.
All right. Well, what are you working on?
I am working on. I had 2 releases this week, so I have survived a double release. That was not supposed to happen that way. I had one got pushed up and one got pushed back, and they ended up on the same day. I don't recommend that. It was fun and exciting, but it was really busy. So that was Tuesday. Her Kind of Cowboy came out, and also I have a short story, Country Songs and Righting Wrongs, that's in the Steamy anthology, and I had it here a second ago. Oh, you know what? My computer. I lift my computer up. Because otherwise it's too low and you're looking up my nose when I'm on here. And so this anthology is like this thick and it's the perfect height to lift my computer up. So, my computer is currently being held up by about 20 hot guys in the pages of the anthology.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So how about you?
I have a release coming out on the 19th. It's the Askew Ever After box set. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to be online a lot next week. So like the 18th, we're going to be at Romance Chicks in the morning for a takeover. The 19th at the Dirty Bad Boom Boom Room. I love that. Kat Obi, she always invites me over there to do takeovers with her. So she was so sweet. And then next week, we will be here for a special episode of Romance Happy Hour with the Askew Ever After authors. Yeah. And I'm going to let just you who are here watching know that it's going to be our very first male romance authors coming to the show next week. 2 of them.
2 of them, yeah. So, yes. You've already got them up on the website. So.
I did, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty epic for Romance Happy Hour because we're all girls in pink. So I was like doing the graphics and I'm like, do they want to be framed in pink or
what's wrong with pink?
Oh, nothing. I love pink. But all right. So
yeah, that'll be fun. I'll try to be here.
Yeah. And then I just had a pre-order release, another box that I'm in. It's going to be a Christmas of 2021 release, but I'm pretty excited about it. So it's fun. I'm going to be putting book 3 in the Lone Tree Ranch romance into that one.
Say that 10 times fast.
I know. So High Heels and Cowboy Boots is out. And then book 2, Blue Jeans and Bubble Bass, is in the Askew Ever After. And then it's also going to be up for pre-order soon in a standalone. And then book 3 or 4, I haven't decided. I might release another one later on this year. But And that's what's been going on. He's super busy, but yes. And we have with us author Seyna Rytes. And can I just say she writes steamy, like steamy.
Yes, she does.
Yes. So all of you who love steamy, go check out her books right now because they are amazing. And Daniela Romero, am I saying that right, Daniela?
Yeah, that's probably the closest. Like I say it, Daniela, but if you're not Hispanic, it's hard to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm really bad at that tongue roll. But I cannot. I'm really
so Daniela works.
Okay. All right, ladies, and what are you working on?
Oh, but so I have a brand new pen name. As you were saying, steamy romance. I'm trying to have two types of book now, like the super steamy, and I'm trying to bring an audience that's more about the story and who's a little shyer about what happens in the bedroom. So the Seyna Rytes pen name is gonna do more of stuff that my 20-year-old stepdaughter can read. And my new pen name, that's Imani J, she keeps up with the fire and the steam and everything's sexy. Yeah. And I'm writing, he's a jock, I can say. Yeah. This slightly older woman, younger man story. And she works in the administration department at their college. And this guy, he's the superstar basketball player, and he gets interested in her. So that's what I'm working on.
Nice. And what about you, Daniela? I'm so sorry. Now I want to roll.
You can also just go with Danielle if you want. Like I respond to that too. So same. I have two pen names as well. So Daniela Romero is my super steamy contemporary bully romance name. And then I also write urban fantasy and paranormal romance as Danielle Lynette. And that was kind of like my first. So the Daniela Romero is my newer stuff. And I'm just working on Savage Devil, which is book 2 in that series. It comes out next month. So that deadline is creeping in, February 3rd.
Nice.
I can't believe we're halfway through January already. It's crazy.
I know. It's so quick, so quick.
Yeah. All right. So Cena, tell us about your accent. Where are you from?
I have an accent. So I was born and raised in West Africa, in French West Africa. So my accent is just this weird mixture. I went to college in France where I lived almost 15 years. And then I moved to the US, have been here like 11 years. So my sister, this is her joke. She thinks she's funny. She says I sound like a German person speaking English. I don't think so. So it's a mix of African, French, and it's I like it. I think it's cool.
Oh, I think it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Sweet of you to say.
Where did you live in France?
I was in Caen, which is in Normandy. That's where I did my undergrad, and then I moved to Paris, like almost 7 years in both cities. Wow. So I had the quiet nature type, and then the busy city experience too.
It's way cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you have pictures
right now.
Yeah.
Houses and how long?
I'm going to tell you, our viewers love accents on here, so I can't wait to hear you read your book. They love it when authors, especially authors with accents, read their books.
It's not a sexy Italian or Spanish accent, but I'll do what I can.
It's okay. What did she call it? She took a German trying to speak English.
Yeah, she said.
It's a sexy German trying to speak English. Tell her I said it's a sexy accent.
So Teresa is asking, can you guys repeat your pen names and then maybe come back and put them in the comments as well? Yeah. Just so they
yes.
Make sure that
Should I type it now in the comment or later?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, if you'd like to, yeah, feel free. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, make sure you come back and add those later so they can follow you in both places.
Okay, I have no clue how to type.
And so Karen also already gave us most of her questions, but I'm just going to answer one of her questions for myself. And I think we all know for me, it's RV.
I haven't even made it that far.
What was the question?
Without telling everyone what the question is.
RV camping for sure.
Yeah, RV or tent camping.
RV
camping.
Running water for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will do
toilet
both.
that's not a tree.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I mean, outhouses. What about an outhouse?
We have an outhouse at the cabin and it's never been used. So, I mean, I'm sure it was used many, many times before we bought the cabin, but
not from you.
No one in my family has ever used the outhouse, although my son does enjoy peeing in the woods.
Yeah.
So
in Whitewater Passion, my heroine got dunked into an outhouse.
That's pretty
I love.
I was going to save Karen's questions for a little later when we take our break in between.
These are fun, though.
All right.
Karen has pretty much. Karen challenges herself, I think, to come up with more questions each time than she did the time before.
She's our questionnaire.
So, I know, which we love.
Yeah, we do.
Cena,
are you ready to read for us? Because
I am ready.
We're super excited. So
I'm excited too.
You're up, girl.
Okay, so this is my upcoming story, and I'm planning to release it this month. I'm hoping by January 31st it will come out. The book is titled Owned by the Jock, and let's go with the blurb first. Amy, Thiago Silva, our local star basketball player and the object of my naughtiest fantasies. He's freaking gorgeous, tall, broad, ripped, cocky as all hell, and a student at the college I work for. Nothing can ever happen between us, period. But when his intense dark eyes travel along my curves, I have trouble remembering all the reasons I can't be with a man a couple of years my junior. Tiago, I got my eye on voluptuous, brown-skinned Amy Kane from the day she was introduced to my cohort as our career counselor. Her no-nonsense buns and severe-looking glasses only make me want to pull up her tight skirt and pop up the buttons of her blouse. She keeps saying no to my advances, but the hitch in her throaty voice whenever I'm near and the flame in her big brown eyes tell me otherwise. Once burned by a man she trusted, Amy closely guards her heart and body, especially against the college star athlete coveted by legions of groupies. Tiago might be a few years younger, but he's an ambitious young man who knows what he wants and gives his all to get it, on the court, in class, and in matters of the heart. So, how long can a girl resist the advances of the hot college jock intent on making her his? Read along to find out. This is a full story with a cautious, big, beautiful woman, a Latino jock who's all kinds of naughty, no cheating, no cliffhanger, and a guaranteed happily ever after. Warning, if you don't like scorching hot, sexy times and a hero ready to play dirty to get his gal, this is not the book for you. Okay, so let's get started. Amy. Yes, I know. He'll be here in 15 minutes. I frantically click on the snooze option of my email's meeting reminder. He is Santiago Daniel Silva, senior in my hometown small UC, which also happens to be my place of employment, in the software engineering program, star of the basketball team, and the object of my most carnal desires. Tall as a sequoia and ripped as F, with soulful eyes, a pillowy mouth, and the bronze skin of his Aztec ancestors. I didn't notice Tiago the first time we were introduced. I was newly appointed as the career advisor to our university. My entire first day of work had been spent going from one department to the other. The IT students were the last ones I visited, and everyone melted into the blur of too many faces I met that day. But the second time I saw Tiago, I noticed him all right. He was leading our team to victory in a regional game, covered in sweat, bouncing on his feet with an agility his tall, powerful frame shouldn't have allowed. Intense gaze constantly on the ball and the other players' moves. He was a titan on the court, both mighty and agile. I watched in trance as he made one basket, one pass, one rebound, one swipe after another. His strong muscles glistening under the projector lights, all 6 feet 7 of brawniness exposed for my eyes to feast on. The defined biceps, coated forearms, wide chest, muscular back, and mighty legs. The tattoos ornating his brown skin. His short cropped hair looked fuzzy and soft from afar, making my hands itch to run through it. The dimples piercing his cheeks with each smile or laugh. I sat on the bleachers with a group of my colleagues, but it was as if everyone and everything had faded away. Everyone but the gorgeous giant playing ball like a beautiful symphony. I left the stadium dazed and aroused, walked into my apartment with stiff nipples and damp panties, barely locked the door behind myself that I fell on the couch, pulling my bra down, dot, dot, dot. So things happen that you're going to have to read the book to find out. We're going to skip a little bit further. Every time I see him, my body reacts as if Tiago is the one giving me those solitary orgasms. I've even stopped going to his games, but that's no use. His presence is burnt behind my eyelids. Images of his big hands I envision all over my body. Fantasies about the deep voice I've only heard on the campus radio and TV station. Whisper naughty things in my ear. Too many nights I wake up hot and bothered from dreams where I can smell and taste Tiago. This obsession worries me. I'm a 25-year-old woman. I should be focused on my career, not some big shot college baller who's years younger than me. Okay, it's just 2 years, but still, I will not lust after one of the students. Darn it. That's the end of the first chapter. So, second chapter, Amy. God, he wears glasses. Thick, black rimmed glasses that combined with his couple of days old scruff send him in a completely different stratosphere of hotness. The faded jeans and fitted sweater combination does nothing to help his gaze. His thighs muscles roll under the fabric as he makes his way through my office door, and the woolen fabric loosely molded to his chest is at once a miracle and torture to my eyes. Effed. I clear my throat to invite Tiago to take a seat. His long legs barely fit in the space between my desk and the visitor chair, a space that perfectly suits normal-sized people, but not this giant. Makes me wonder what other part of his body might be oversized. Bad Emmy, no. You requested an appointment, Mr. Silva? I prompt. Call me Tiago, please. He responds with a big, bright smile that reveals strong white teeth, forming a beautiful contrast with his tan skin. And the dimples appear. Oh, Lord. Did I just come? I think I came. What can I do for you, Tiago? Fake it till you make it. This appointment is supposed to last a half hour at the most. I can and I will survive the hotness. Whoa, he scratches his strong, square, scruff jaw, giving me a lopsided grin. Hot eyes traveling over my torso. Ugh, kill me now. I'm here to answer any question you might have and to assist in any way I can, I say, hoping he'll come out with it already. Well, you see, my question is a bit unusual. What? Would you like to go out with me? What? What? Go out on a date, you and I. He's still muddling my mind with his panty-melting grin, dark eyes twinkling with mischief. Leaning forward, elbows resting on his thighs, hands crossed under his chin, his latest championship ring glinting on his finger, intense gaze never leaving mine. Is this really happening, or am I in one of my Tiago dreams? I don't think. I slightly shake my head, unable to form a coherent sentence. Hear me out. You're not my teacher. I have recruiters blowing my phone and email, so you don't even have to worry about me work-wise. I know my eyes are as wide as saucers, and my jaw hangs slack. He did not. Just one date. I promise you'll have fun. And if you don't, I'll never bother you again. I take a deep breath, square my shoulders, and ask, is this some kind of joke? Did you make a bet with the other jocks? He flinches at my demeaning tone. The floaty smile fades away, and a cold mask takes over his expression, a muscle jumping in his jaw. It's a simple yes or no answer, Miss Kane. No need to get nasty. I gasp, jump from behind my desk, and stomp to the door, opening it wide for him. You can leave now, Mr. Silva. Tiago rises from the chair with such force that it rattles on its legs. In one wide stride, he's right in front of me, his impossibly tall frame shadowing me, broad shoulders blocking the sunlit window behind him. He stands so close I can see the freckles spread across his prominent cheekbones, the scar in his eyebrow, face furrowed, mouth a thin line, nostrils flaring, eyes burning a hole into my skull. Heated waves emanating from his body, clean soap and pure male scent filling my nostrils. We notice you on your first day when they introduce you to our cohort. I think you're effing beautiful. I gasp with shock this time, and Tiago takes advantage of my surprise to lay one of his strong hands at the side of my waist, sending an electric current through my body. He slowly removes his glasses, sticks them in his pocket, and leans closer, bringing our faces mere inches apart. I haven't really seen you since then. Maybe from afar at some of our games. Never got a chance to approach you. Tiago licks his lower lip, the gesture capturing my attention. The poke of his pink tongue over the plump flesh, captivating. There is no joke, no bet, just a woman I can't get out of my head. He bends down and presses his firm lips on mine in a chaste kiss, absolutely making my brain explode. I lift my hands and take handfuls of his sweater for support before my knees give out. Go out with me, he croons against my mouth, all fresh breath and soft lips, and I let out a whimper, which makes his cocky grin reappear, hitching one side of his face. Please. This time, the kiss is all-consuming. Tiago's hot mouth opens up and his lips attach to mine. I'm flooded with heady sensations, my conscience having completely vacated the premises. When my lips start moving in sync with his, he maneuvers me to close back the door. His powerful body presses my soft curves against the wooden panel, hard muscles against feminine forms. He pushes a strong leg between my quivering thighs, resting it firmly against ... And we're going to skip forward a little bit till we hear a knock on my office door. Dun, dun, dun. Next chapter, Amy. Tiago detaches his mouth from mine and connects our foreheads, our breathing heavy, his legs still trapped between mine. ... Who is it? I croak. Amy, it's me. You want to grab lunch? My colleague and next door office neighbor, Sandra, asked loudly from behind the door. The few inches of wood separating us, the realization of what her reaction would be if she saw me in this position, at work, with a student, it all comes down crashing, and I shove Tiago with both palms, gritting between clenched teeth. Get off me. He takes a step back, hands raised in mock surrender, his cocky grin making a new appearance. Burning dark gaze taking me in, marking me like his mouth, hands, bulky body, and just it. No thanks, honey. I'll take my break later, I say out loud to Sandra. You want me to grab you something? God bless well-intended people. No, thank you. Not hungry yet, I reply with agitation, eyes glued to the tent in Tiago's jeans. Telling me there is something I'm hungry for, all right? No, Amy. Okay, see you later then, Sandra throws, her voice sounding further. We listen to her heels click away till there's no sound left but that of our calming breath. Tiago takes a step toward me, and I swiftly regain the safety of my position at the back of my desk. No, out. This never happened and will never be discussed or attempted ever again, I deadpan, having regained some semblance of bravado. Of course, he concedes too easily before adding, about that date. Out, I said. I'm almost hysterical in my need to put some distance between myself and the giant sex on a stick. Tiago chuckles and makes his way to the door, rearranging himself in his pants. I'll see you around, princesa, are his ominous departing words. I slump in my chair and bang my head on the desk. I'm effed. Next chapter. Okay, good point to stop.
You can keep going. I thought you were stopping. I'm sorry. Do you want to keep
No, that's
going?
perfect. No. If the timing is good, we can stop there.
All right. Oh my gosh, that you have so many people down here talking. I mean, I was right. They want you to read an audiobook of this.
I will absolutely do it.
What book is it, Cena? Everyone is asking. I don't know if you gave us the title of the book, or do you have
Owned
it?
by the jock.
I'm sorry. What is it?
Owned by the jock.
Owned by the jock. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see if I can show. Can I show you the picture? I don't know if it will show.
Yes.
Yeah, please. I love it.
Try.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's backwards when you hold it up. It's all
too bad.
It's no, we can see it, but yeah, owned by the jock. So there were a couple people asking.
Okay, and it's coming out this month, so I will post in the group as soon as I have the date.
Great.
Oh, so is it available? So you don't have it up for pre-order yet?
I don't have it up for
okay.
pre-order yet. So it
oh my gosh,
hey, it's out.
So you all got a very, very early look at the next book. That's exciting. That's awesome.
You said that before you started reading, but I don't think people really were thinking about that until you kept dotting, and everyone wants to go back and stop. We're going to lead.
They were getting mad at us for having.
It's your fault, Doug.
So since we do have some questions, I think we'll go ahead and cover some of those real quick. Otherwise, we have a lot at the end. But there was one specifically for Cena. Where was it? Karen wants to know, what book is currently on your bedside table or on your Kindle?
Oh, so I'm super excited. Kaylee Loring, I think. She wrote this this holiday story that I absolutely loved. What was it called? A Very Bossy Christmas. That was my big crush. This holiday season. Wasn't it cute? It was adorable. I loved it, and super sexy, and just kind of a different take on the trope of the grumpy boss. I enjoyed it. And her Valentine's story just came out today. So I had no time to look at it. Of course, you guys know how it is, but I'm excited and looking forward to when I can start.
And you have a workplace romance out.
I do. Mad Dog. That's my grumpy guy. That's my grumpy guy. Yeah. And he's a vet like you. So yeah.
So how about you, Daniela?
For what I'm reading right now?
Yeah, do you have books on your nightstand or do you read on your Kindle? What's next on your list?
So I'm kind of juggling at the moment because I feel like so many things came out recently all at the same.
Can you guys hear her?
You just muted.
Daniela, I'm going to unmute you.
Can you unmute her?
Can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected, it says.
Oh, shoot.
You have to unmute on the thing.
There you go.
We missed that. We missed the whole thing.
Oh, it was connecting to the earpiece. Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe they died, so hopefully you don't hear children. But I'm reading CM's latest Havoc book, Victory, and then Jame and Eve just dropped Shadow Beast, her next Shadow Beast book, and then Alona Andrews just dropped Blood Air. So it's like all of the things. I have two. I'm like jumping around.
So do you read as fast as you write, I hope?
I read faster. I read about a book a day.
Wow.
So I wish I could write a book a day. Like that would be fantastic.
So what genres do you guys read?
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I either read paranormal or I read contemporary romance, but like specifically bully romance or anything with like an enemies to lovers, like that's my jam.
Okay. Mostly romance, but some nonfiction. And some, I don't know if I could call it fantasy. There's this book that I really enjoyed recently. It's called Just One Damn Thing After Another, and it's about time traveling, and it's just very fun and quirky and crazy. So, but mostly romance, yeah, and in all subgenres.
And then we have a question for Daniela. What advice, Karen wants to know, what advice would you give a new writer, someone just starting out?
That I feel like, oh, that's a hard question because there are so many things. Treat it like a business. That is probably like the best advice I could give anybody. That if you want it to be a career, you have to treat it like a business, because if you treat it like a hobby, it will always be a hobby.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a great advice.
Unfortunately.
How about you, Cena? Do you have anything to add to that?
I think it goes in the same direction. The one thing that me is kind of hard for me, and I'm trying to stick to, is every day make sure to do something that's related to my writing, whether it's actually writing or marketing, but not skip a day where I'm going to say, oh, I did so good yesterday, let me rest today. That makes no sense. There's no such thing.
Well, do we want to do a couple more questions, Dawn? I was kind of saving. I figured we'll do like just a quick fire this or that Karen put up there. We can do that after Daniela reads, because I want to make sure that we have time.
Okay.
So
let's do a couple. Did Cena read or listen to this story? Karen wanted to know.
Did she what?
Read or listen to A Very Bossy Christmas?
I did both, because I first read it and then I put it on my pre-order audiobook, and as soon as it came, and it is read so good. I felt like I was seeing the movie. No, I just fell in love with the story. I laughed so much. It was swoony, it was sweet, it was sexy, it was perfect.
Well, she said that the narrator that narrated your book is going to be in their Zoom chat guest at the end of February. So you should go over there.
What's her group?
Booktastic.
Yep.
Booktastic. I'm going to go to Booktastic right after this. Oh my God. Yes, very exciting.
Oh, and then I'm sorry, I found a question from Linda that was towards the beginning too. For both of you, Linda would like to know, what comes first for you, the plot or the characters?
Neither.
Uh-oh. Now you have to tell us.
Yeah.
Daniela, you have to tell us.
What does come first?
Usually just like an individual scene or a moment or something that I like want to happen. I used to try to plot, and then my characters would kind of like unfold as I went, and that didn't work for me, and it took me like 6 months to write a book. And then once I kind of like let my brain do what it wanted, which is basically like sporadically write chapters and scenes and then compile them all together like a puzzle, I could write much, much faster. So like the book that I'll read a little bit for you guys, I wrote and edited in 45 days, which is like a record for me, because I let my brain do whatever it wants to do. And then during edits, I'll decide, like, since I write bully romance, I'm like, he needs to be more of an asshole. So like, I'll go back. But yeah.
So that's crazy. Like, I've heard of that. My mom once called me, and anybody that's been here has met my mom a couple times, but my mom once told me, like, listen, I heard this interview from this author, and she just writes scenes and she puts them together. You need to do that. And like, I can't do that.
If you're an author, you've heard of Becca Syme, and if you're not an author, you probably haven't heard of Becca Syme. But like, she basically gave me permission and was like, "Stop plotting, and you need to do this," because like my mind instinctively knows what my story is supposed to be like, even if like my conscious doesn't, my subconscious does. So when I do that, it just like magically, I'm like, oh, it all fits. This is great, and I'm not fucking with it anymore.
So with that, are you guys indie or trad or hybrid?
I'm completely
indie. Yeah, same.
Okay, too indie.
Tried the small publishing company, didn't work out.
I'm too much of a control freak.
So, Cena, what comes first for you, plot or character, or something completely different?
Not the plot. Maybe a glimpse of the characters. Maybe just having a vague vision of, two people's story. But yeah, and I can't say it's a specific scene either. It's just an idea that starts haunting me, and that starts taking form and shape, and till it can't fit in my head anymore, it has to come out.
I mean, I gotta say, after hearing you read that, I feel like the hero is what pops in your brain, because I could totally see
Very often.
your descriptions. You're making me feel very inadequate, and I'm gonna have to go back and
I've read you.
really
Stop.
put some more descriptions in my writing.
Stop. I've read your book several times. Stop.
No, I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
So, should we hear from Daniela?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need to set the scene up or anything? Are you starting at chapter 1 or?
So I'm actually going to read you guys chapter 16.
Okay.
It's from the hero's point of view. So
And you show us the book. I see you have the book, so show us the book.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh.
Ooh.
one that I am giving away, and just to kind of it's very pretty inside.
Awesome.
Danielle formats her own books and is amazing at it. I have massive formatting envy, because when you the inside of your books and everything, I know they're gorgeous.
How do you do that? We're gonna have to talk.
Magic. She's magic.
Group chat.
Too much time that I could be spent writing, but I'm still kind of a control freak.
It needs to be perfect. That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna put you up there.
Okay, and then just so you guys kind of have an idea of what we're going to get into, I will read the back blurb too. So, Roman Valdez is the devil. He sneers at me. He hates me. He wants to hurt me. Let him try. He thinks he's untouchable, the self-appointed devil of Sun Valley High. But I've already lost everything and everyone I care about. It's me he should be afraid of, not the other way around. Because I have nothing left to lose, and he can't break what's already broken. At least, that's what I thought. But when the devil begins picking up the pieces, I realize while he might not break me, he can absolutely shatter me, heart and soul, and I just might let him. So, we'll read chapter 16. And I'm going to take those off. She doesn't look at me the rest of the weekend. I should have expected this, calculated the risk. I know she's not some meek little wallflower, no matter that she sometimes pretends to be. She's punishing me for leaving her hanging. It's effing working. What was supposed to be punishment for her, a reminder of who the F was in charge here, ended up backfiring on me, and now I'm watching her like some lovesick dog without his bone. I keep forgetting she isn't like the rest of the girls here at Sun Valley High. She doesn't give two shits who I am, and she's making that abundantly clear. She sticks close to Henderson all day Saturday, leaving me little room to swoop in and take her. Not unless I want to make a big show of it, and yeah, that's not happening. So I'm left to stew as she laughs with the mother effer, drinks with him, lets him touch her. It's not romantic. At least I don't think it is for her. But every time that a-hole throws an arm around her shoulders, I want to pummel his face in. Allie Ramirez is mine. Mine to F, mine to hurt, mine to soothe, should I decide to. I'm itching to touch her, and it's doing things to my head I don't like. Ro, what's your deal, man? Dom asks as they brood on the cabin porch, sipping on a glass of water, nursing back a bit of a hangover from the night before. I don't drink often. None of us do. Football's too important, but the few beers and the game of beer pong are leaving their mark today. I figured you'd F the girl out of your system and walk away. What gives? I grunt. Maybe I just want a few more Fs before I move along. Before I finish the sentence, he's already shaking his head. Nah, I've seen you with girls. This one's different. I get the whole mind games shit you like to pull with chicks, but even that's different with her. You cooked last night, and don't try and bullshit me into believing that was for me or Emilio. You did that for her. Why? Emilio interrupts. stepping outside, like still rocking that stupid bright-ass bikini over his sweatpants. I like Allie. Can we keep her? Dom and I both jerk our heads toward him. What? I ask in surprise, coloring my voice. I said, can we keep her? She's not a puppy, Dom chides, but his brows furrow like he's wondering the same thing. Why? I ask again. Emilio rolls his eyes. Hello? I just said because I like her. Are you even paying attention? What is up with you today, man? I turn to Dom, but all he does is shrug and raise a brow, as if to say, don't ask me. Some help he is. I don't get this side of Emilio. Sure, the guy's nice to pretty much everyone, but only at face value. He doesn't actually like people. I don't even think he cares for Dom or I, for all that matter. Sorry. I don't even think he cares for Dom or I all that much, and we're his best effing friends. What happened to you two effers saying I need to focus on the field? I changed my mind. I want to keep her. If you're not into her anymore now that you've had your fun, just say the word. I don't mind sloppy seconds. Based on the sounds I heard coming from your room last night, that girl is well worth the trouble. I stand to take a menacing step toward my best friend, ready to nail the asshole in the face with my fist when Dom steps between us. What are you planning here? To wipe that smug look off his face? I point my water bottle right at Emilio, and the effer smiles at me. Dom shakes his head. Not with numbnuts over there. What are you planning with Allie? My jaw tightens, and I glare at him. I don't have any plans, I bite out. Why the F are you two down my throat about her all of a sudden? She's not like other girls, he says. I'm aware. If she was, she'd be over here kissing my boots instead of playing around with Henderson all goddamn day. What do you want from me? Emilio shoves himself between the two of us and flicks his gaze back and forth. He wants you to lay out your intentions, Rome. We both do. And for once, the dude has a serious expression on his face. I glower. Why the hell are you two so goddamn interested in who I F all of a sudden? Dom grunts. Because Emilio's right. We like her. Neither of us wants you to F things up for us. My mouth drops. For us? Emilio nods and smacks me in the chest lightheartedly. Yeah, Effer. For us. Like I said, we like her. She fits in with our crew. She doesn't see dollar signs when she looks at any of us like every other chick in this town. We could use the feminine touch up in here. Too much testosterone with you two jackasses all the time, if you ask me. And your dick is going to F this up. And your dick is going to F that up. So this is us telling you not to do that. ¿Lo entiendes? Do you understand? Was he effing with me right now? Say whatever you need to say to her. You effed something up this morning, or she wouldn't be hanging with that asswipe, and you wouldn't be over here brooding. My jaw clenches. This isn't how things roll with us. There's a bite in my tone I usually reserve for everyone but the two people beside me. Dominic and Emilio are like my brothers. They're family. But I don't take orders from anyone, and I don't have to explain myself to them. Emilio meets my stare, and his eyes narrow, sparking with something I'm not used to seeing in his gaze. She's the relationship type. I work my jaw harder. And this matters to you because you're not. Never tried to claim I was, I remind him, and then I add in for good measure. She laid her cards out first. She wants fun, no strings. Don't jump down my throat for giving the girl exactly what she asked for. Both their expressions consider me for a moment, searching for any deception. Then Dom asks, she really said that? He doesn't sound convinced. Yeah, effer, she did, so calm down. Fine, let's assume we buy that. What'd you do to piss her off? My shoulders sag and I grit my teeth. Come on, effer, spill. Emilio says, all but bouncing beside me. The guy is wired this morning. I need to remember to hide the coffee from him. I effed her. And I huff out a breath. And I withheld her orgasm when she refused to beg for it. Dominic whistles and Emilio whoops, then says, I always knew you were a shady asshole with control issues, but damn, man, that's cold. And let me guess, you still got yours? I nod. Emilio cackles, covering his mouth as he folds over at the waist before he straightens. There are tears of laughter shining in his eyes. Damn, if you want inside that anytime soon, expect to do some groveling. Not effing happening. So that's it. That was the chapter.
Oh my goodness.
Woohoo!
Spicy. We got some spicy girls on tonight.
We did have a lot of spice tonight.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So that's Wicked Devil.
It
Yeah, sounds like he's earned his
No.
name. Linda would like to see that cover one more time. If you could just hold it up there and just for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a wicked devil. Show of hands, who buys your books based off the book cover? No? You don't check first, book cover first? Second? No?
No, but you know what? It might be easier if I did. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying I make my own.
Oh,
Really, you know.
It might be easier if I did do the cover first, because then when I am looking for the cover, I normally do the cover after. And then if I just did a cover for something and, it's like I know what the hero is supposed to look like in my head. And so then I have a harder time finding the photo.
I like having the cover very early in the process.
Mm-hmm. It would be easier because then I could write to that description, and then instead of trying to find a photo that matches.
That's true.
So
That's true. When I was just strictly a reader, though, I would go spend hours at Barnes and Noble, but just browsing, and I think it would be like it had to be a hot guy, and I think Cena knows this already. I don't like long hair or men. I don't like.
People are going to wonder about the history.
Well, you're married to a military man, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So he couldn't have, unless he was a pirate. Okay, pirates can get a look.
Bikers, can they?
Did you date many pirates when you were?
I did on. No, I did not date many pirates.
Wondering.
Yeah, I read about a lot of pirates, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, funny. So we do have a couple other questions. Let's see. Oh, a lot of talk about Becca's class. Sarah wants to know, what is your daily writing routine? So Daniela, why don't you take that one first? I know you've got a lot of munchkins, though. So do you have an actual daily writing routine?
I have a daily writing objective. I do. I am thankful enough that I have a nanny right now. I did not have one for most of this COVID time, but I have her now. So she usually comes 4 days a week from 9 to 3. And that's generally work time. I wouldn't say that's writing time, but if I can get writing in, I do. I am a night owl for whatever reason. I feel like my words come at night. So if I'm working during the day, I'm typically taking care of administrative things or the book crate things that I do. And then usually right around 8 o'clock at night when my kids go to bed, I write. And lately I've been staying up until 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm also on a deadline, so I'm a little bit more like, oh my God, I have to stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning. But that's when the words come. And that's also when I don't get interruptions, because even though somebody's watching my children, you hear them. And I know some people like background noise. I want complete silence.
Yep.
Yeah. I get up at 5 a.m. so I get silence, and
and
then if somebody wakes up early, I give them the death stare once they peek around the corner. I say, "Go away! I haven't had enough coffee or writing time yet."
Can relate.
What about you, Cena?
Not very good with the routine lately, but I better get my butt in gear because I want this book to come out this month. But I try to have a word count on a daily basis. It works more or less, and when inspiration strikes, sometimes it's double what I had expected. But yeah, I can totally relate with the nighttime writing and when the house is asleep or early morning before it comes to life. Yeah.
Awesome. And can I just say, Linda, Fabio is often a pirate, so he can get away with it. I just had to answer that.
Linda had another question. When did you first call yourself an author?
That's a good one. Good one.
How about you, Daniela?
As soon as my first book is published.
Mm-hmm.
then it was like, I have a book. I am an author. Go buy it.
And how about you, Cena?
I think when people started buying my book, because I had published, I think, a couple that were completely under the radar, but when it started gathering a little bit of fellowship and people showing interest, I was like, oh, okay, this thing could become a thing.
I'm curious. What about you, Dylan?
I was going to say, I felt funny calling myself an author. Like I just called myself a writer, I guess, until I had a couple books published, or I guess maybe my first one. And then I felt more like an author. But I mean, I don't know that. I mean, if you write words,
I feel the reverse.
That's funny. That's funny because I feel like if I write, I'm a writer, but I felt like I wasn't an author, until I actually had a book.
Yeah.
I feel like writer is so broad. Like if somebody is like, oh, what do you do for a living? And you're like, I'm a writer. They're like, oh, what do you write? Are you a journalist? Are you, there's more things. So I don't know. I've always just been like, oh, I'm an author. And they're like, oh, books. I'm like, yeah.
I trust stories. Yeah.
I once had a photographer who did my last headshots, and when she promoted it, she said novelist, and that's the first time I thought, ooh, novelist, ooh,
fancy.
I'm a novelist. That's fancier than an author.
It does sound fancy. Yeah. All right, do you want to do a quick round of this or that?
Sure.
Thanks to Karen. It's got 19 in here, so I'm going to go super fast, and I'm just going to toss them out there, and both of you can say this or that. And if you feel like you need to expand, feel free. Okay. All right. Matching or mismatched socks?
Mismatch.
Trying to match.
We got time for that.
Yep. How about you, Dawn?
Oh, I would say trying to match as well.
There's a matching, but the reality is there are no matching socks in my house.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure about.
T-shirt or button-up shirt?
Say that.
What was the first option?
T-shirt or button-up shirt?
T-shirt. Unless I'm breastfeeding, and then the buttons are kind of required.
Okay.
Oh, and I was going to do this earlier, but I didn't. But speaking of T-shirts, I want to show you. This is my T-shirt that shipped today. So
it's not
cheap. The January book or the January T-shirt club box.
Yes,
I'm wearing it. So I'm super excited. I picked those up yesterday. So yeah, they're all gone. So if you want February's, you got to get on the website and check them out. Okay, number 3, dress or blouse?
Dress.
I'm not sure what is a blouse. I mean, a blouse is like a button-up shirt, right?
Can we say T-shirt?
I feel like we usually have like and other things that I'm going to stain or tear or ruin.
I'm thinking leggings. I mean, I don't know, dress or blouse. Neither. I'm neither.
Workout clothes.
Right.
I can also go to bed in.
All right, flip-flops or sneakers?
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Yeah, sneakers. It's a bit cold.
It depends on the time of year. Definitely in the summer flip-flops.
Yeah, right now, I can't picture the flip-flops.
No, we're getting 6 inches of snow tonight, so I would say no flip-flops for that. Bright or neutral colors?
Bright.
Black. And gray and black.
Black is neutral. How about you, Dawn?
Depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling bubbly, I will go with poppy colors. If not, if I'm feeling grumpy, yeah, definitely black and browns. And
so you're wearing black and gray tonight. Are you in a bad mood?
No. This is my T-shirt. Don't be a salty heifer.
I like it.
So, yeah. That's what I was wearing today. I was feeling fat, so I was wearing my leggings. I wore that T-shirt.
Only wear leggings when you feel fat. They're not like your 24/7 wardrobe.
No, they're my 24/7 wardrobe. In other words, I always feel fat.
I'm pretty much always wearing pajama bottoms right now, unless I have to leave my house. So that's what I have on right now, are pajama bottoms.
Yeah, wearing sweats, yeah.
All right, I lied. This is not going super fast. We have to All right. Board games or card games?
Board games.
Board games. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes
Both.
with peanut butter.
I like to
And
make pancakes better because it's faster, but I like to eat waffles more. Did you answer, Dawn?
Yeah, I like eggs. I don't like either one.
Okay. Morning or night?
Oh.
It depends. I like both.
I don't like
Either?
No, because I go
You
to bed
wake up so early, it's still nighttime. You're like a morning night person.
No, I go to bed early and I wake up early, but I hate waking up early, so I hate myself when I wake up. So
You are in a dark mood tonight.
I know.
Like, put on something pink.
I know. I should.
All right, we were not making it through even half yet. New phone or a new laptop?
Ooh, laptop.
I
Laptop.
need a new phone, but I need a new laptop too. That's a tough one. And we already answered tent or camping RV. Smoothies or milkshakes?
Smoothie.
Smoothie.
Both.
Yeah.
Soup or sandwich?
Soup.
What's a super sandwich?
Do you prefer soup or sandwich?
Oh, sorry. Soup.
Or a super sandwich?
I'm gonna have to say sandwich, but I can't really eat bread all that much, and so I love sandwiches, but I can eat soup.
So I just scrolled down, and Karen is actually answering her own questions.
I know, I see that.
I did not see that. So that's super funny. So everyone, feel free to answer the this or that questions if you would like, because I just was scrolling down and saw that. That's really funny. All right, let me go back up and we can finish. There's a couple more. Zip up or pullover hoodie?
It has to have a pocket, but pull
Right.
over.
Pullover looks cuter, but the zip up is convenient.
True.
If I'm reading your books, I might need the zip up so I can take it off easily. I don't know.
Both of you, holy cow! Tonight
I
was
know.
I
super.
know. I'm so ready for this bully romance. I'm totally gonna jump on it.
Jeans or sweats? I feel like I already know everyone would say sweats there. I don't know. I'm just feeling the crowd here. Socks or barefoot?
Socks.
But
Yeah, it's cold.
I got an
Socks.
English Mastiff. You cannot walk on the floors with an English Mastiff around without socks on. I'm just saying.
Do you like to sleep in the quiet or do you have to have noise?
completely
Quiet.
I have earplugs.
Okay. That's clear.
And I'll do one more. Spring or fall?
Spring.
Summer.
Oh yeah.
I think fall for me too. Spring is muddy here.
But it's
nice.
green.
too.
Yeah.
Muddy also, but I feel like I like fall clothes better than spring clothes.
Yep.
And the color changing and all.
And the smells, the candles.
Yep.
But I still like spring. Like I don't like the spring smells because I hate flower smells, but I love fall smells.
She's
So if
back
we have
tonight.
fall smells with the summer or with the spring, then that would be perfect.
You're like grumptastic tonight.
Well, my husband's out to sea just for the night, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to see if there were any other questions. I know Karen had a couple more. Oh, God, that's kind of deep. She asks, if you could take a single photograph of your life, what would it look like?
Kids. It would have all my children.
Surrounded by my family. Yeah.
Family, probably.
A lot of mess and clutter too.
Yeah.
Climbing on you, no makeup.
Yep. I was just gonna say my hair would be straight up. Kind of like those ones where you're like you look at the mom and she's like leaning on a counter and the house is a mess and her kids are like all over the place. And you're just like, I feel for you, lady. And that's me. That would be my photograph.
See, except those moms always still look so good. I'm like, can I
I
look
know,
like
right?
and you look like that mom? So I would be like, your catalog page.
I literally got up this morning and took my shower, and I was like, I don't want to put up makeup. And I thought, I have romance happy hour, and I don't think they want to see me without it. And then I'm in the background on the Zooms, so I can't put it on later. Like, I guess I'll put on makeup today. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
I think you look beautiful, Dawn.
thanks. See, maybe I was grumpy waking up. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, if you didn't get up so dang early, maybe you would be happier.
Hey, you know what? Like, I got my revisions done, and I am sleeping in on Saturday.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Wait, my husband has duty. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Someday I will sleep in. That's my goal.
Someday.
For 2021. Is
Something
to
to
sleep
aspire to. So I mean, that's it for tonight. We're at an hour. And I know Daniela is probably going to go right for a couple hours now.
Or take care of her kids. How many do you have? 3? Aw. Dylan has 3. How many do you have, Cena?
I normally have 5. I have 3 stepdaughters who, live with me. But because of COVID and online school, they're visiting with their mom. They've been at their mom's for a couple months. So it's just me and the 2 boys, and it's not any quieter or more organized. So.
Well, I knew you had the boys. I didn't know you had 3 stepdaughters as well. That's crazy. Yeah.
But they help, the college and high school students. So those are the ones you want, not these little crazy people who give you more work.
Yeah, right?
Exactly. Well, thanks both of you for being on. We've got giveaways
Thank
open
you.
through Sunday night. So if you haven't popped over to the Romance Happy Hour Facebook page and entered, please do, because we've got some great prizes from both of you. So thank you very much for that.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else, Dawn? Do you have anything else for us?
Just pop over to is it Babe? Bookbox Babe?
Box Babe. Yes. That's what the t-shirts are. And it's funny because Daniela also has book boxes. So I've got the Romance Happy Hour book box and the Romance Lovers t-shirt club. And Daniela has a Supernatural book box and a bully book crate. So if you're into bully romance, I know that you're sending your first box out this month too. So we both started like right around the same time. So
Dylan, did you get the January boxes out already?
No, I'm waiting on the final label.
Okay.
I'm waiting on the label, and it's been like a week and a half, and I'm starting to get frustrated. But yeah.
Can they still order or no?
Not for January. January is closed, but I will have some extras for January that are available until I run out. And then the February t-shirt is up on the website, and the March, because it's every other month. I think Daniela, yours is every other month too, isn't it? Oh, it's every month? Every month. Okay. So the Romance Happy Hour book box is every other month. And so January's box will be going out next week. It should. And then I'll ship again in March. And where can they find yours, Daniela?
So bookishbuys.com will get you to both. Or if you want just the specific, the supernaturalbookcrate.com and the Bully Me Book Crate, or just bullyMeBookCrate.com will get you. But bookishbuys.com is easier to find both of them.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And come back next week when our first ever men are coming on Romance Happy Hour.
Yeah,
we did have an author's husband read one time.
An author husband, yes, we did.
She had laryngitis or something, and so he read for her. So not the first time we've actually had a man. And of course, we've had Fabio on.
Yeah, Fabio came. Yeah.
Still not sure how I feel about that, but so yes, ever have a man, but it's our first time to have a male author.
Yes, two male authors.
I know. We don't do anything halfway here at Romance Happy Hour.
We do it all or nothing here. Yeah.
So that'll be next week. It'll be a special episode, and then we'll be back on the 28th for our regular show.
Yes. And I don't.
So
yeah.
So
all right.
To see who's coming.
Yes. So we will call it a night. Thank you so much for joining us, Cena and Daniela. We had so much fun, and
I know it was great. Thank you.
I think this was the steamiest episode we've ever had, and they loved it. So, but
Awesome.
all right, we'll see you later, readers. Bye.
Thank you so much.